mounts have all different kinds of bonuses that they can give you. Movement speed, obviously being able to get around quicker is a bonus, but they also have something called equip power and combat power. For movement, for you to, if you say you get a new purple mount, you actually have to equip that mount speed. So what you do is you go back to your mounts tab, then you will go down to movement, click X, and there you can select your movement speed, all the movement speeds that you have available. Now if you've had a blue mount, then you'll have the 80% one unlocked. Purple mount unlocks the 110, and then a legendary mount unlocks the 140 mount speed. Now the next thing under your current tab is equip power. Now like I tend to ride around on the Heavy Mystic Nightmare. That one comes with plus 2,000 life steal. Now I can ride whatever horse I have bound to my account at any time. I can ride the white Palomino horse, and I can set the 140 mount speed on this what is a white mount, I believe. And also I can select any of these powers that has came with any of the mounts that I've gotten. Now equip powers are only going to come from purple mounts and legendary mounts. Basically the purple ones give you 2,000 or whatever stat, and legendaries give you 4,000. But I can equip any combination. I can run the Apparatus of Gone purple mount with Resilient from I forget what that mount that came from, or my 4,000 recovery from my Tenzer's disc. I can run anything in any combination, it doesn't matter, and any speed that I've had unlocked. Obviously I don't have a whole plethora of legendary mounts. I was lucky enough to get one as a gift, but combat power, you can use any combat power from any of the legendaries in combination with any movement speed and so on and so forth. So boom, that's one big category out of the way. Next thing, your stable. Stable, basically one of the things you want to do early on in the game is you want to get 5 mounts. Get them as fast as you can. Doesn't matter what they are, how many insignia slots they have. Ideally, you're going to want blue or purple or legendary on all of them, because blue and higher has 3 insignia slots. 3 insignia slots can do a whole lot for you. So as you can see, I mean, I've pretty much had my own personal selection of all mounts in the game, and even though I pretty much have been able to have any mount that I want, these are the ones that I've just decided to go with, just because the insignia slots that they have available to them. Mount insignias is a whole nother subject. Basically, mount insignias are explained, I guess, as easily as possible like this. You have like 5 different shapes. Regal, which is the crown shape, like this one. Illuminated, which is the star shape, like these 3 here. Enlightened, which is like the eyeball shaped right here. Crescent, which is the crescent shape. And barbed, which is, I can't describe any other way other than barbed, which is these 2 here. Those are just the names of the shapes. So when you get a barbed insignia of dominance, you know what shape it is already. It's that shape. Which is, the shape is important because mounts have certain shapes available to equip insignias into. Now the next important thing about the name of an insignia is, what is it of? Insignia of leeching is going to be lifesteal and lifesteal severity, like this crescent insignia of leeching. Dominance, which is my personal favorite, is power and companion influence. Now, companion influence, anyone who's ever seen my video on bonding runestones and just how important companions are in this game as far as pumping out the max amount of heals and buffs and DPS, knows that companions, anything you can do to increase the amount you get from your companion, the better. And one way to do that is companion influence. Now, there's 3 different levels of insignias. There's green, there's blue, and there's purple. Green is going to give you 50 and 25 on whatever stats. 50 power, 25 companion influence. If this was a blue one, it'd be 100 power, 50 companion influence. A purple would be 200 power and 100 companion influence. And that's freaking huge, man. Because if you have 5 blue mounts or better, then you're looking at 15 insignia slots. Now, if these were all dominants, which that's illogical, because if you can't do all dominants and get any get all of the insignia bonuses that you want. But if these were all dominants, that's 15 insignias, and if they were all purple, that's 3,000 power I would just get out of insignias alone. Not to mention 1,500 companion influence. Now, companion influence breaks down to around a 1% additional stats that you gain from your companion per 100 companion influence. So I'm sitting on, I think, 11 or 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So I get an extra 10% of whatever stats my companion gives me, basically. So when my companions get procs, because I got 3 rank 12 bondings and, all this and that and this and that. Normally, before these, I get about around 20,000 power. With these insignias, though, I get about 22,000 power. So that extra 2,000 power, hey, don't shove it off just because it's only 2,000. I don't care. Every little bit helps, because when you get that buff from your buff cleric that increases your power by a percentage, that 2,000 power can end up being 10, 15,000 power in no time. Anyways, so get 5 mounts as quick as you can. So that way you have the most amount of insignia slots available to you, and try to get epic insignias, obviously, but you can use these to supplement anything that you're lacking on. So if you're sitting at around 50% resistance ignored, you can throw in 10 or actually anywhere from 5 to 10 purple insignias of dominance, and you can totally make up for that extra 10% resistance ignored just with insignias alone. Basically, I use these insignias as fillers. Now it's to a point to where I can't change them because everything is perfect. But the other thing to notice is some mounts are more expensive than others. That's because of certain mounts can only have certain insignias in them. And for example, like my Heavy Mystic Nightmare, it's got an illuminated slot, enlightened slot, and a universal. If I equipped a enlightened in there, it would give me this right here, Champion's Return. I don't need that because I want damage. But by equipping an illuminated, enlightened, and a regal, and they could be any color or quality, and it would still give me the same bonus, but it gives me Gladiator's Guile. One of my big favorites is Protector's Camaraderie. 2 regals and a barbed. Basically, whenever your summon companion attacks, you gain 3% of your power and defense for 10 seconds. So basically, anytime my companion attacks, this stacks up to 4 times too. So that's basically an extra 12% power. But anyways, I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask or comment, comment, subscribe. Thank you, and if you don't like it, then fuck you.